Hey guys, welcome to MNMMPT NAATI YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss one of the most important topics of PTE. Now we have already made videos about right from dictation, about the nitty-gritties, about the detailed information like how many questions, marks and the weightage, and the basic information about right from dictation is already posted in the right from dictation video. If you have not watched that video, I would highly recommend you to watch that video because that will give you the basic understanding of how to tackle right from dictation, what method to be used for note taking and all that. Now if you have watched that video and if you have a proper understanding, okay, this is what right from dictation is, but how do I practice it? How do I become a master of right from dictation? Because it is one of those topics that you need to be master of. Even if you have practiced 1 or 2 days and you go and sit in the exam, that's not going to work because it has a heavy weightage and this topic cannot be ignored. So today I want to share how I mastered right from dictation back a few years ago, and what I want to share with all of you so that you can follow the same and master this topic so that you get very good score in your listening and writing section. So let's get started. So the first thing I would like to share over here is, obviously we all know that we have to take notes using the initial method. If you are not comfortable with the initial method, then you can use the method of abbreviation, wherein you write down every single word in short form, or you can also use a mixture, few initials and then few words in abbreviation. So that's perfectly fine. So if you don't practice a lot of question, you will not be able to understand what is my comfort zone, which method is the best method for me. Just because initial is a good method for someone, maybe your friend, doesn't mean that it will work for you. Every person is different. What works for you may not work for someone else. What works for someone else may not work for you. So do not follow anyone else. Follow the method. Try and practice using all the methods and see which one is the most comfortable for you. And you cannot judge that in a day or two. If you don't practice vigorously for a week, let's say at least, you will not able to understand which one will work best for you. So that is my first tip. Now whenever you start practicing right from dictation, 5 questions, 6 questions or 10 questions will not help you. Right from dictation is not 5, 6, 10 marks questions. You have to understand 30 to 40 marks. If you get 4 questions, it's 40 marks in listening and 40 in writing. That's a heavy number. So the more the weightage, the more importance you need to give to this topic. You cannot treat it like the way you treat it to some other topic, for example, select missing word or any other topic. You cannot treat it the same way. All right. So first thing I would share is have a target set for yourself, that how many questions should I do every single day for right from dictation, and should I do right from dictation every day, or should I do it once in a week or twice in a week or every alternate day? What should I do? If you ask my suggestion, I would do right from dictation every single day, especially if I need 7 or more than 7. All right, so I would definitely prioritize this topic. My number would be 50. You can have your number, that's perfectly fine. 50 is the number I would recommend, 50 per day. Some of you might think that's a lot. Yes, it's a lot, but it's worth it because this topic is important. So we need to put that number in. So that's the first step that I want to share. Now, what should be the next approach towards solving this topic? What should be my attitude when I practice this topic? Let's say if I play a question in any website you might be using or YouTube video, doesn't matter. Don't think that I will practice from so and so website and I will get question only from there. Don't have that mindset. You may get same questions, you may not get same questions. If you get same questions, that's great. Good on you. Your luck was great. What if you don't get same questions? Don't expect anything, please, and then go to the exam. Practice as many as you can. The more questions you practice, the easier it would be for you to sit in the exam. So that mentality should be off. Now the second thing is, let's say I've played a sentence for myself and I've started taking notes. I always share this. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Do not expect any results. Please don't expect any results, at least for first week. Don't think, oh, I have practiced 30 sentences today, why can't I get this? Why is it so hard? This is not working from me, this is very hard. No. How many days did you practice? Did you practice 7 days, at least 50 questions a day? No, then that's not going to work for you. It can't be that easy, right? If you can get it in less than a week, again, that's great. If you cannot get it in a week, that's normal. You are a normal person, trust me, because only a normal person will not be able to master everything in the first day or a first go. It requires a lot of practice, practice, and practice. So don't expect too much, okay? Now the third thing I would also share is, let's say I listen to a sentence. For example, let me play this sentence.
The school rewarded him with a prize for excellence in his studies.
Now I have heard this sentence, okay? The school rewarded him, whatever. First things first, a lot of students, what they do is, they will listen to the entire sentence and then start taking notes. Never do that. You will not remember the entire sentence. This was even not the longest sentence. What if you have a longer sentence than what I just played? Please don't do that. Take notes parallel to the listening. So here, listening and note taking has to be parallel. You have to do two things at the same time. You cannot do one after the other. That's wrong approach, okay? So let's say I listen to this sentence. Let me just play the sentence.
The school rewarded him with a prize for excellence in his studies.
No panic. Sentence has finished. I need to rush. No. Who are you impressing? No one. Give yourself enough time. You should at least give 2 minutes per question to in write from dictation. At least 2 minutes. Now, if you have a look, rewarded studies. I have shared this. I'm sharing it again. Whenever I listen to any past tense word, I always put a small d for myself, because that gives me an impression this is a past tense word. Similarly, whenever I see a plural word, I put a small s. That's an indication to me that that's a plural word. Why do I do this? Because I cannot remember after my note taking is completed and when I start writing that whether this was a plural or singular, whether this was a past tense or present tense, and I have seen a lot of students messing that up and losing a lot of marks in spite of completing the note taking. So don't do that. Have this habit of putting D, S, even you can do ing. If it's an ing word, you can put a small g at the end. That's perfectly fine. Please do it. You will be able to see the results of these small little techniques and tricks that you use while practicing. All right. The school rewarded him with a prize of excellence for his studies. All right. Now you must be thinking, yes, the way you have taken notes, I take the notes same way, but I don't remember. Yes, you don't remember because you haven't practiced enough. So if you're not getting the results you are looking for, that's a clear indication that boss, practice more and more. That's not enough. The amount of practice or the amount of work that you've put in is not enough for you to get the results you are aiming for. That's a clear, balanced equation. All right. Now, when you listen to this sentence, the first thing is you have taken the notes. Second thing I would do is I would quickly write down the complete answer in my notebook. Have a notebook and a pen ready with you. And then the school rewarded him. I'm not writing the entire sentence to waste the time. Let's say I have written the entire, dash, dash, dash till studies. That's the second step. Write down the complete sentence in the notebook first. That's what you do in the exam as well. And also have your laptop ready and type it in the website that you are practicing or even in the Word file. I would recommend you to type it in the Word file. Why? Because when you type it in the Word file, if you have made any spelling mistakes, it will be highlighted by the Word file. Now, when you are practicing and you know that this is the spelling I don't know, let's say rewarded, for example, rewarded. And it says, the Word file that it just makes that underline when you have made an error. Let's say it's made that underline. Now you have that clear idea. I don't know the spelling of rewarded. What you should do is correct it from the Word file then and there. Write it down in the notebook 5 times, 10 times. Remember in the school when you used to make mistakes, what did the teacher tell you? write it 5 times, write it 4 times. Why do they tell us to write it 4 times, write it 5 times? That's not a punishment. When you write something again and again, your brain digests that fact, that spelling easily. That's why the teachers used to say homework twice, thrice, vacation homework 3 times. That was not punishment. You have to understand that fact. So that's the third step, typing the sentence in the the word file. And if you have made a mistakes, write down those spellings 5-10 times in the notebook, so that the next time you get that spelling, you're not making those mistakes. If you follow this step by step, then you will be able to master. If you skip any step thinking, oh, this was a very easy sentence, I don't need to write that, everybody knows the spelling. Yes, everybody knows the spelling, but when you are under immense pressure in exam, you're typing, you're wearing mask, you are in this environment of COVID and whatnot, mistakes are very normal to happen. Mistakes doesn't mean that you don't know, that's why you made a mistake. No, it just happens. So the more you practice, the less probability of you making mistakes. So if you understand step 1, step 2, step 3 and step 4, the last step, which is spellings, if you understand these 4 steps, you will not make mistakes. And that has to be for every single sentence you practice. 50 sentences a day, you have to do that. Now let's say the first time I was doing this sentence, I couldn't master it. I couldn't get the sentence and all that. Should I go on to the next question? No, not really. I should repeat the audio 5 times, 10 times and then do it. What if you get this audio in the exam? Treat every single audio as if this is the question that I'll be getting in the exam. If you have that mindset, trust me, if you get same questions, you'll be the luckiest person, because you'll be like, oh, I did this question 5 times. That's why I can just, get those marks done. So every question needs to be treated with equal importance. All right. So that is what I wanted to share today in today's video. Follow this for Write from Dictation. Practice these many questions with this way and you will be fine. With that, I'll take your leave. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Myself or Manmohit, we will get in touch with you as soon as possible. If you are looking for consultations, you can book them with us, and you can book it through Instagram. You can just text us over there, or Facebook Messenger. Just search MNMMPT NAATI. And if you are after prediction files of NAATI Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, also you can get in touch with us regarding that, or NAATI coaching as well. So with that, I'll take your leave. Practice a lot and clear your exam as soon as possible. Bye for now.